Hey everyone, welcome back to my ranking series of the Best Picture nominees. This time we're diving into the 8th Academy Awards. If you're new here, this is part of the project where I watch every single Best Picture nominee from the Oscars, all the way from the beginning. I'm sharing my personal rankings for each year leading up to the one I think should have won, which I'll reveal at the end of each video. If you haven't seen the earlier entries, make sure to check out those first couple of videos. By the way, the Oscars will celebrate their 100th year in 2028, and yes, I plan to finish this entire series by then, so let's get into it. Naughty Marietta is a romantic musical set in 18th century New Orleans and follows a French princess escaping an arranged marriage. It did win the Oscar for Best Sound Recording, but honestly, I found it very forgettable. I had a hard time getting into it, and I barely remember anything about it, and that says a lot. Alice Adams is about a young woman trying to rise above her middle class life to impress a wealthy suitor. Katharine Hepburn is great, but beyond her performance, the film just didn't leave much of an impression. It's not bad, but not memorable either, which can be worse sometimes. Broadway Melody of 1936 is a follow up to the earlier Broadway Melody films. This musical centers around a stage producer juggling gossip, romance, and his next big show. Nothing about it really stood out, especially the musical numbers. Not terrible, but definitely lost in the shuffle of similar films from this time. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Now we're getting into more enjoyable stuff. This Shakespeare adaptation blends romance and fantasy in a magical forest. With a star studded cast and some stunning visuals, it even won for Best Cinematography. It's an ambitious film, and while not perfect, it definitely grabbed my attention more than earlier ones. David Copperfield. I'm a sucker for these long form, coming of age stories, and this Charles Dickens adaptation fits that bill. It's not a masterpiece, but it's charming and well paced. If you enjoy these classic novel adaptations, it's worth checking out. Ruggles of Redgap. Now here's a hidden gem. Charles Lofton plays a British valet who ends up in the American West after being won in a poker game. It sounds bizarre, but it works. The film's commentary on class, patriotism, and identity really struck a chord with me. If you haven't seen this one, I highly recommend it. Top Hat is a classic Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Need I say more? The music, dancing, and charm are all here. It's smack in the middle of my ranking, but only because this year had such strong entries. This is still a super fun and entertaining watch. Captain Blood. Errol Flynn makes his big debut here as a wrongly convicted doctor turned pirate. This is classic swashbuckling adventure at its finest, and I'm always up for that. It's stylish, fun, and full of that 1930s action energy. Mutiny on the Bounty. This is the film that actually won Best Picture. Based on a true story, it's got power struggles, moral dilemmas, and some truly intense performances. All three main actors were nominated for Best Actor. That tells you how strong it is. While I respect its win, I personally preferred some others this year. Les Miserables. You've probably seen at least one adaptation of Les Mis, and this version really holds up. Frederick March and Charles Lofton are excellent, and the story is told in a tight, focused way that still packs emotional weight. It's one of the best film versions of this classic. The Lives of a Bengal Lancer. Adventure, action, and British imperialism. This film is definitely a product of its time, but it's also a thrilling ride. I really enjoyed the pacing, the performances, and the old school action. It was nominated for 7 Oscars, and I think it holds up better than you might expect. The Informer. This was my pick for the winner. It's a dark, emotional, character driven story set during the Irish War of Independence. The direction by John Ford is incredible, and Victor gives a haunting performance that earned him the Oscar. It actually won 4 Academy Awards, including Best Director. And to me, it stands out as the strongest, most impactful film of the year. I'm surprised that it did not win Best Picture, and obviously, it's my pick. And there you have it, my ranking of all the Best Picture nominees from the 8th Academy Awards. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like and subscribe and join the conversation in the comments. Let me know which film from this year is your favorite, or if you've been following along in this crazy journey to watch every nominee like me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the Year 9 ranking.